Coming up next is Entrepreneurs Anonymous.
You're going to build yourself, and then you need to find like-minded people, not necessarily totally thinking who's going to say yes, but people who have that same hunger and drive, who want something more, who don't just want to get up and face the traffic and clock the card and sit till 4 and clock it again and go back home. Because an entrepreneur has no card to clock. It becomes your life. The business becomes a part of you. And that is the most exciting change that you can look forward to.
Stay tuned.
So I say, let's plan our vacation, and suddenly everyone's on Liat.com. My wife announces she'll Liat.com, a nice hotel near restaurants and shopping malls. Must hide credit card. The kids want to Liat.com fun activities, and since someone has to be the sensible one, I'll Liat.com flights, our travel insurance, and a car. Well, sort of sensible.
Liat.com. What else do you need? Planning a business function, vacation getaway, or conference in Barbados? Visit the all-inclusive Island Inn Hotel, located within the Garrison Historic UNESCO Heritage Site and steps away from the capital Bridgetown. Let us amaze you with our simplicity, old world charm, and a true Bajan experience. Island Inn Hotel, Barbados. Let your Caribbean dreams come true.
Everyone has a dream, but only a special few have a story. A story about the journey from idea to enterprise. These special few know about the addiction that causes you to grow, to risk, to build, to share. This is their story. Welcome to Entrepreneurs Anonymous.
Hi, I'm Sheldon Scipio, and I'm an entrepreneur. My definition of an entrepreneur is someone with a vision and a dream that keeps him awake during the day until he achieves that goal. When I hear the word entrepreneur, the 3 words that come to mind are adventurous, innovative, creative. I am a Trinidadian that grew up as the eldest son of 6 children. We have always been really guided and schooled and grown by mom. And due to the influences of my uncles, being the eldest, I became basically their little brother. And everyone always had an idea that they wanted to do and was always creative, whether it was with pan, with woodwork, etc. I first started off really as an athlete, but when I went out into Canada to live, there was just so much opportunity to do so many different things that there I actually started my first company. My mind has always worked like this, where everyone will probably see marbles, I would probably see a marble tournament. So I saw my uncle actually as a DJ, and I took it and said, why don't we become a sound company? Let's do sound, lighting, DJing, staging, and show concerts. I was 18. I honestly think that you need to be passionate about what you do. You need to be passionate because you cannot wake up on any given morning not excited to do what you do. Because you don't sell a product, you sell yourself. So if you come out on a morning hungry, tired, looking like that, then immediately all what you did for the past year is gone, because I don't want to wake up in the morning and go to Subway or KFC and meet someone who's grumpy. So it's the same for an entrepreneur. You're trying to sell your company and your product, so you need to be excited every morning. Your excitement is going to spread to everybody you speak to, even if it's in an email. People will read an email and say, hey, he is real excited. I wonder what this product really is. So they will continue to read. So if without the passion, I guess you're a drone worker. I'm most passionate about building people. I believe the company is not the product. In this scenario, for example, this is not about the cameras. It is more about the people behind the camera and the people behind the idea. So growth in general in anything is growth of the next person. For you to go up the ladder, you need to replace yourself. So you need to build somebody to your strengths at that point so that you can make the step up. A lot of my life I've coached sport, and I think the difference between winning and losing in sport is not what the team plays, but the strength of the persons who play for you. If each individual gets that strong and they understand the concept, then you don't even have to tell them, forget the formation, they will win. I love Sir Alex Ferguson for that. I don't think he has the most talented teams, but I think his teams mentally are stronger than anybody they play. What he has learned to do is get into someone and make them believe that they can and will become the best footballer that they are.
Hi, my name is Danny Fenty, the owner of and creative director at Vivid Gear Studios. We are a design studio dedicated to producing quality, affordable, cutting-edge, creative solutions for your productions. Amongst our other services, we produce high-end motion design, music, and 2D animation that will surely engage your target audience. But ask any entrepreneur. Starting your own business is not the easiest task in the world. It takes hard work, lots of time, and a whole lot of patience, not to mention risks. That's why we support Entrepreneurs Anonymous, a support network for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, a place, a haven where we can share our experiences, provide solutions, as well as give and receive encouragement. It is an ideal place for any entrepreneur, no matter how young or how old. Entrepreneurship is an addiction, and let's face it, we need our circle.
If you like this show, share it with your friends. Watch your favorite shows on demand and in HD on Trident10.tv.
My company right now is Mercury Caribbean Limited. Mercury Caribbean Limited is a vision, an ongoing work in progress. It is always going to be that, because the idea behind the name Mercury is that we don't want to be a global company, we want to be a universal company. So it is not about Trinidad and Tobago, it's not about the US market. It is just in case the space program works, we want to also be on sail in Mars, just in case it works. So we want to grow as fast as the human race decides to grow, as big as they decide to grow. If you read the logo, it says sports, events, merchandise. Because a lot of times people pick an industry and just want to sell here, whereas a lot of things spill off or are directly connected. So what we decided to do is try and capture as much of everything that is connected. And there is no company still, I think, besides ours, that is thinking that I can have my own events, be it a sports event, be it a conference, and also own the media that comes from that conference, and still be the merchandising company, not just to your events, but to everybody's events. So that is where Mercury is based on, that we want to do media. We want to do shows like this. We want to do talk shows. We want to film our own sports events. We also, now coming off of that, want to do merchandising for the show, and then spilling off of that is where the company comes full circle. So, and the idea is not to do it in Trinidad and Tobago. Again, there are just over 7 billion people living on the earth, and we want to touch the life of everybody who is on the planet at this point in time. Mercury Caribbean started off really as 4th generation technologies, so I need to go back to that point. I was the BlackBerry technician at TSTT, and I would be sent away on courses. And I was speaking with, I had a quote that I made on the first conference that ended up being the advertisement for the second conference. So when I arrived at the second conference, there were a host of people that I didn't know from Russia, from wherever, that just wanted to meet the person who said this. And even today, I can't remember the quote. But they wanted to meet the person who said this and talk to him. So I spent like the first day talking to people I didn't know. And one guy named Romanov, which is the only person I remember, he said to me, have dinner with him. And we went to this place and we had dinner and we just talked, and he introduced me to his staff, and he told me he started this company with $20 US and an idea. And he believes that how I think, I shouldn't work for anyone. Now, I didn't jump off immediately. I started to think of what ideas that I wanted to do. When I came back from that conference, I gave the report to my HOD to pass upwards, and nothing I suggested to be done was done. So within 6 months or so, I felt stunted, as if, well, there's nowhere else to go. And at that time, TSCT was maybe 2G. And I was thinking, all this stuff, because they're going to reach 4G so soon in the world, why don't we forget about even trying to go 3G and go 4G? And all the stuff that I had written up that we should follow, I took 2 days and went to Cocoa Reef and lied down on the beach, and I was having a couple of Heinekens, and then I was like, so why don't you do it? So I called up Romanov and I asked him, what do you think? He said, that is what I was trying to tell you back in April. He says, now it's September. You would have already been ahead. You would have probably launched one product by now. So I went upstairs, I got a piece of paper, and I resigned. I didn't have a support system, I didn't have anything except the idea. And I decided from here, all I need to do is take this idea. I had the contacts because I met all these people who were willing to say, go ahead, here's my product, don't even pay me for the license for the Caribbean, you just go ahead and sell it. The profit, your 30% is yours, the rest is ours. So that is how fourth generation started. Mercury is a spin-off of it because the things fourth generation were doing, when I looked, the lifespan of the product would be short. And I started looking for, I was reading a lot of Richard Branson and Zig Ziglar and these guys. And one key thing that stuck out was that you need a product that is simple, that people not necessarily need, but like using, and that they would buy whether they want to use it or just to say, I have it. And came up with customizable flash drives. A flash drive that looks like anything. So it could be a real flash drive, you want to use it, or you're buying it to say, I have a Manchester United flash drive, or I have a Trinidad and Tobago flash drive, or I have a water, just for the sake of, so therefore it serves both purposes. You're buying it because you may need it, or you're buying it just to say, I have one. And now the key was, who makes this and makes a quality version of it? Not just, there are like 3 companies in the world that actually make it, but only one was willing to sit and work and say, we don't like this, make it over. I don't like how the ink comes off, make it over. I don't like how the rubber feels. Only one company was willing to say, okay, we'll work with you. Strange enough, this company does not even know where Trinidad is. The guy was, where's Trinidad? He had to Google to find where Trinidad was. Then he questioned, you only have 1 million people. And then I told him, but are you in the US? He said, no. I said, what about if I could get this product into the US? And he told me, you can't. I said, why? He said, I tried it. I said, yeah, you tried it. I haven't tried it. So would you give me the right if I could get it into the US? He said, yes. And then I started to put the other parts. Then I started to think about, if I am selling this, and I never think in terms of no, I started to think immediately, if I can get into the NBA, Major League, etc., then why don't I also bring 2 NBA teams to the Caribbean to play a game, which is now an event. And I want not just the whole event, I want the media rights to the event. 10 seconds on Super Bowl is $10 million to advertise. So why don't I want a part of everything? And that way, our income is not set only on USBs or only on events or only on media, but it is set in a number of different places across the whole world. So that is how Mercury Caribbean came into being.
So I say, let's plan our vacation, and suddenly everyone's on Liat.com. My wife announces she'll Liat.com, a nice hotel near restaurants and shopping malls. Must hide credit card. The kids want to Liat.com fun activities, and since someone has to be the sensible one, I'll Liat.com flights, our travel insurance, and a car. Well, sort of sensible.
Liat.com. What else do you need?
If you have a great idea, you need a great domain name. And now it's as easy as ABC. Secure your domain name plus free email, hosting, and a website builder for one low price. What are you waiting for? ABCEasySites.com. If you like this show, share it with your friends. Watch your favorite shows on demand and in HD on Trident10.tv.
Business tips presented by Entrepreneurs Anonymous.
Don't talk the talk unless you can walk the walk. Impress with action, not conversation. Endorse your business enthusiastically, yet tastefully. Avoid exaggerating truths and touting far-reaching goals as certainties. In short, put up or shut up.
In reflection, yes. When I was 17, an uncle came to me and said he wanted to open a bar. That was all he said. And I looked at him and asked, so why did you really come to me? He said, well, I like your intelligence, how bright you are, so you could help me run the bar. Then I told him, no, I don't want to run the bar. He said, why? I said, I want to build the bar. I want to design what the bar should look like. I want to say what we should sell, how we should sell it, how the girl should dress. I want that full creative input, or I don't want to be a part of it. And he said, go ahead. Here's the money to spend. You build it how you see it. And ever since I did that, I've just always wanted to build something of my own. So even if I came to work at someone, I wanted to do things my way, and I wanted to do something totally new. Something that I've not seen anywhere, and just let my mind run with this picture. And I'm dedicated and focused enough to do something like that. If I want, for example, to buy a car, I would test drive that car every month. I would get every picture of that car, run through the website, put a picture up, etc. So I really know how to set goals to get from point A to B. And to me, nothing in my life actually is more exciting than that. I've approached everything I've done in that manner. When I coach football, at 11, the night before the game, I have the team on paper. I have when I want to make the subs, who I want to put on, I know who I'm playing, and I would play that game in my mind before I sleep. Even though I'm the coach, I would see that game play and see us with a winning result. When we win, I'd go and sleep. To get ready, to come the next day, to talk to the players and get this going. So I considered coaching football making a new business every week. I have two support systems. I have one that's next to me, and then a second-tier support system. And I believe your support system is more about keeping your spirit up. It's not necessarily somebody who's going to be pouring money into it, because I think as an entrepreneur, if you're just getting the money easily, then you don't focus on how to really be productive and creative with how you spend, because money is just coming. I've even seen entrepreneurs who have a job fail because every month you'll get paid. So even if your business doesn't make money here, you're still safe. But the ones who are hungry, Meaning if I don't make money, I don't eat. They succeed faster because they have to. So they're forced to be creative, they're forced to be innovative. So my support system that's closest is my daughter. She actually picked the first USBs online with me. We sat down a summer and she walked through the Facebook page, the first web page. She was, I don't like this, Daddy. I like this color. I don't like this USB. I like this USB. And she is basically the co-founder of Mercury Caribbean. I have Donald Garcia in our first line of support. This is a really good friend working at TSTT, who anything I tell him, he assumes two roles. The worst critic and your best friend. So he's going to tell me all the things that I should not do and then tell me, this is one of your greatest ideas. Let us go forward with it. If you need something, tell me. So in terms of like, if we needed to transport X, first person I'd call would probably be Donald Garcia. My parents and family are like my second tier support. They more or less stay in the wings. They look on. If things are going to collapse, they'll catch it. They haven't really had to catch it yet. But I know that they're there, they're prepared to catch it. Newly, I have a partner, a young guy, Javon Jeffrey, who is, in my opinion, in 5 or 6 years, he'll make an amazing businessman. He's like a brother. He's like my brother right now, to me. Anything, and Javon will support any problem, anyhow, any way. I could call Javon at 2 in the morning and say, I'm having a problem with this. And he stopped sleeping, unfortunately, maybe because of me, but he'd be up and we would get it done. Moving from full paid salary to working for yourself is scary, especially if you take your eye off the goal. Like I said, if you don't make, you don't eat. So either it's a diet plan or it's the greatest thing in the world to happen. Every morning when you wake up and you have to see about your child or nurture that child till the point comes, that's why I relate it to a woman in pregnancy. From when she knows she's pregnant and she can feel this growing, when she looks back, this is probably some of the happiest times in her life. This is hers. And I think if men want to know what it's like, create your own business. If you want to be able to appreciate what your wife or your girlfriend went through, create your own business, take the responsibility for it. Wake up every morning knowing that what you do determines where it goes. You groom this child, you build this child up, you are father and mother to this business. The most exciting thing is making connections, meeting people, hearing different views, different ideas, getting their input. What is important is just not to be the ones who are going to tell you it's not going to work. So you're going to lose some friends because you need to stay away from them, but you're going to make such exciting connections, and reconnections like this. So there are going to be people that you're going to connect with and reconnect with that are going to enhance your life. And again, like I said, it's about building people. So you're going to build yourself, and then you need to find like-minded people, not necessarily totally thinking who's going to say yes, but people who have that same hunger and drive, who want something more, who don't just want to get up and face the traffic and clock the card and sit till 4 and clock it again and go back home. Because an entrepreneur has no card to clock. It becomes your life. The business becomes a part of you. And that is the most exciting change that you could look forward to.
Planning a business function, vacation getaway, or conference in Barbados? Visit the all-inclusive Island Inn Hotel, located within the Garrison Historic UNESCO Heritage Site and steps away from the capital Bridgetown. Let us amaze you with our simplicity, old world charm, and a true Bajan experience. Island Inn Hotel, Barbados. Let your Caribbean dreams come true.
If you have a great idea, you need a great domain name. And And now it's as easy as ABC. Secure your domain name plus free email, hosting, and a website builder for one low price. What are you waiting for? abceeasysites.com.
The greatest obstacle I can't forget would actually be being a startup, and it means the banks are telling you, show me 2 years of accounts and I'll lend you money. You know, or you go to companies and they're like, show me your track record and I'll buy the product. So the obstacle is, as an entrepreneur, it's a catch-22. What they're saying is, if you have experience, I'll give you a job. But you're saying, I just left school. So you can't have both. And that is an obstacle I think every entrepreneur is going to have, because you need money to build a business, and you need a chance to put your product on the shelf. And for the both things, you need not to be an entrepreneur. So what they're saying, what the business world says really is, unless you're established, we're not really listening to you. So overcoming that obstacle is great, because sometimes we still meet it. Even though we've been here for 2 years, especially in Trinidad, actually, we still meet it. Actually, I can sell steel pans in Germany, steel pan USBs, and have not sold one here. And this is steel pan country, and not one has ever been sold here. No one is interested, no novelty store, no any toy store, the tourism, Ministry of Tourism, nobody has responded to it. But it took one post on Facebook to get a call from Germany to say, how much is that? Okay, great, that's the price. Can I have 200? And here you walk into the ministry, you show it to them, and they're like, oh, okay, yes, that's nice. But we'll give away a pen because you're not established. How long has your business been in place? Oh, you need to be in place 2 years and then bring X by now. So that is a hurdle. They want you to be established before they will purchase from you. Success is a journey that gives you inner peace at the end of every day. The inner peace comes from your ability to do what you love, and that inner peace translates into your relationship at home. So at home is wonderful because you spent the day doing what you love, and you can come home and share it with the people you love, what you've done, and they are behind you and they're with you, and it's a journey of everybody going towards. And why it's success is because the journey never ends. It is going to continue even after you leave. If you have your own business as an entrepreneur, your son or daughter is going to continue this. So this is a legacy. It's a journey that does not end. Because as long as there is another Jordan, another Scipio, whatever you are, this journey continues. This is the ultimate thing you can probably pass on to your children. The quote that resonates with me the most would be from Zig Ziglar. You are where you are and who you are because of what you've put into your mind. You can change where you are and who you are by changing what you allow into your mind.
If you like this show, share it with your friends. Watch your favorite shows on demand and in HD on Trident10.tv.